the largest landslide in Europe, the strongest winds in Russia and China, snow in Turkey in April, abnormal precipitation in Azerbaijan. In this issue, together with the most anomalous climate events of the past week, we will examine a phenomenon that is quietly changing the rules of stability for entire regions and forcing scientists to reassess the causes of these processes. China. On the evening of the 9th of April, Daishan County in Zhejiang province was struck by a powerful convective storm with thunderstorms, heavy rain, and hail. The wind was notable not only for its strength, but also for its rapid intensification. At the Huibishan Meteorological Station, its speed increased from force 9 to force 16 in 4 minutes. The peak gust reached 54.8 meters per second, comparable to a super typhoon. Up to 50 millimeters of precipitation were recorded in a short time. Witnesses were struck by the suddenness and power of the elements. A 70-year-old man admitted that he had never seen anything like it before. Another resident reported that the storm lasted about 10 minutes and the wind was stronger than a typhoon. Turkey. On the 7th of April, in the Kadirli area of Osmaniye province, torrential rains caused a rapid rise in water levels in the Savrun River and the Bulbul stream. After nighttime precipitation, both waterways overflowed their banks. The water flows effectively paralyzed the region. Many homes and businesses were flooded, and transport was blocked. A bus station building and a pedestrian bridge collapsed. Several cars were swept away by the current, and 2 people died as a result. On the night of the 9th of April, heavy downpours also struck Hatay province. Widespread flooding occurred in the Antakya area. Proximity to the AC River made the small industrial zone one of the hardest hit. Water rushed into workshops and enterprises, causing serious damage. The ground floors of residential buildings were also flooded. From vehicles trapped in water, rescuers evacuated 32 people, including 9 children. In the Guzelburg area, a school bus became stuck on a flooded road. The driver was unable to evacuate the children independently and called firefighters for help. 6 students and 2 adults were rescued. Starting from the 10th of April, a rare and intense cold wave swept across all of the Turkey. Temperatures dropped by 10 to 12 degrees Celsius relative to the climatic norm. Intense rains triggered numerous landslides, and heavy snowfall in mountainous areas severely disrupted transportation. In the provinces of Van and Bitlis, 235 settlements were cut off from the outside world. In the city of Bitlis, snow cover in some places reached 35 centimeters. On a bypass road, 6 vehicles collided due to the slippery snow-covered surface. 7 people were injured and hospitalized. In the Alat district of Bitlis province, a 65-year-old resident noted that he had never seen snow here in April before. In Malatya province, up to 10 centimeters of snow fell in some areas, covering blooming apricot orchards. The cold wave caused noticeable damage to fruit trees and early spring crops. Azerbaijan. Starting from the 5th of April, Azerbaijan came under the influence of a wave of unstable weather. In Baku, about 90 millimeters of rain fell within 1 day, which amounts to nearly 4 monthly norms. The downpours were accompanied by strong winds with gusts of up to 24 meters per second, intensifying the impact of the severe weather. In the capital and its suburbs, streets and courtyards were flooded, and more than 150 residents were forced to leave their homes. In one district of Baku, a residential building collapsed, trapping a woman under the rubble. Fortunately, she was rescued and taken to the hospital with injuries. In northern and coastal areas, precipitation levels in some places significantly exceeded climatic norms. Flooding was accompanied by soil erosion and landslides, destruction of roads and bridges, while water flows washed away sections of coastlines and infrastructure. Significant damage was caused to the gas and electric power sectors. In the Gusar district, 1 person died as a result of a mud flow. Russia. On the 8th of April, Severo-Kurilsk in the Sakhalin region was hit by a powerful cyclone with wind gusts of up to 58 meters per second. Residents were strongly advised to stay indoors if possible, as the situation could quickly become dangerous. In addition, children were advised not to go out alone due to the risk that they might not be able to withstand the strong wind. A powerful squall knocked down power line poles and road signs and damaged roofs and building facades. Witnesses noted houses were vibrating, roofs were cracking under the pressure of the elements. Due to damage to power lines, most of the city was left without electricity. Before residents of Severo-Kurilsk could recover, on the 10th of April, storm force winds returned to the city with gusts of up to 30 meters per second, complicating recovery efforts. India. On the 9th of April in Kulu district, Himachal Pradesh, a multi-story residential building collapsed as a result of a sudden landslide. Fortunately, no one was inside at the moment of collapse. However, its roof was used by a neighboring hotel as a terrace for guests. An emergency evacuation was carried out at the hotel due to the risk of further collapses. As ground movement continued, nearby school buildings and a residential complex were also put at risk. On the same day, in Shimoga district of Karnataka state, a landslide descended onto a road through the Hulikol Ghat Pass. At that time, a retaining wall was being constructed there to improve safety on the difficult mountain section. Suddenly, a mass of soil and rocks collapsed from the slope, burying the workers. 7 people were trapped under the debris, 3 of whom died at the scene, while 4 were rescued and hospitalized. Earlier, on the 5th of April in Sikkim state, a large landslide occurred on one of the main tourist routes near the town of Mangan. Soil and large rocks blocked a bridge and nearby roads, completely halting traffic. As a result, about 1,300 tourists were cut off from the outside world in the high-altitude town of Lachen.
Major change in weather is being seen across North.
The rescue operation lasted several days and was complicated by heavy snowfall and difficult terrain. To organize passage across the destroyed section, a pedestrian bridge was installed. As a result, all stranded tourists and local residents were evacuated. In addition, using army equipment, about 170 cars and 80 motorcycles were removed. Pakistan. Prolonged heavy rains that began on the 4th of April led to numerous landslides in the mountainous regions of Pakistan. The resort city of Muri was particularly hard hit. Due to ground collapses, many key roads were damaged. Some sections were completely closed to traffic, while others developed cracks, making transportation difficult. The region's infrastructure also suffered significant damage from the disaster. On the 6th of April, in the Jika Gali area, a landslide damaged 5 houses and a mosque. Cracks and fractures formed in the walls and roofs of dozens of buildings, as a result of which many residents were evacuated. Italy. On the 7th of April, in the commune of Petacciato in the Molise region of Italy, a giant landslide reactivated, representing one of the largest and most complex geological phenomena in Europe. Its area is about 4 square kilometers, and the length of its front exceeds 4 kilometers. This makes it one of the most significant and dangerous landslide processes on the continent. This landslide has been known for more than a century and has a periodic nature, becoming active mainly after prolonged and intense precipitation. This time, the landslide was triggered by prolonged heavy rains, during which more than 200 millimeters of precipitation fell over several days. Ground displacement was accompanied by deformation of the surface and infrastructure. Railway tracks shifted by about 10 centimeters, and cracks appeared on roads. The landslide blocked the A14 motorway, disrupted traffic along the Adriatic Railway line, and caused the collapse of a viaduct on State Road number 16. Since these routes are key transport corridors along the Adriatic, their simultaneous disruption severely affected connectivity along the entire coastline.
Binari deformati, resta chiuso.
Portugal. On the 7th of April, the village of Mofreita in northern Portugal was struck by an IF 1.5 category tornado. The vortex lasted no more than 5 seconds, yet it was enough to destroy the roofs of residential houses and farm buildings. Sheets of metal, fragments of solar panels, and roof tiles were scattered through the air. The storm hit chestnut groves particularly hard, which are of key importance to the economy of the Vinhai municipality. Even centuries-old trees were severely damaged. Some were uprooted, while others had their branches completely broken. According to official estimates, the damage amounted to between 130 and 150,000 euros. It is worth noting that local residents were not warned about a possible tornado. Forecasts only included rain, wind, and thunderstorms. The event frightened people significantly, as they had never encountered such a phenomenon before.